Shalom. Call Halo Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and brothers on Dung and Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. And salutations to the hopefully elect. This is your brother Rai Banyamian, here to share another video on the lesson. The title of this one will be called Esau's Final Curtain Call. Now, what is a curtain call? It's pretty much appearing on stage after you make a performance and you leave the stage and the audience start, applauding or whatever. You pretty much, you come back, you make your appearance, and either you bow or you make hand gestures or whatever, right? So as with the actor or the performer makes his curtain call, Esau is about to make his final curtain call. And I'll go into a few scriptures highlighting this, because everything right now pretty much is like a movie, it's like a script. The Most High is the director, and Esau the other nations, and Jake pretty much actors carrying out the script. You know what I'm saying? So as with the actor or performer, they would come on stage, do their piece, and then at the end they would be applauded for it, right? So this is part of Esau's performance. His act or his performance, as far as this lesson is concerned, would be in the book of Psalms, the 55th chapter and the 21st verse. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words were softer, his words, Salakia, were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." So in times prior, Esau Edom, when he's addressing these other nations, he would just make a speech about what he is doing, and the other nations, they would agree with him. They wouldn't scrutinize any of his motives, which gave him free reign to do whatever it is he want. Even if he were lying, he would run rings around these other nations because of his his smooth words. So now in these current times, whatever it is he is saying, it no longer he is no longer able to get away with his words. The other nations are scrutinizing, they are questioning these sayings. They are questioning the smoothness of his tongue, and since they are questioning the smoothness of his tongue, that would be mimicking in this book right here in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn." This pertains to us. So Esau is gonna come after the righteous, Lord willing. We are part of that number. As with the other nations are questioning his carnal motives, so the elect is waking up, and they are questioning the why Jesus. They are questioning these different doctrines that Esau has now, especially like the hell doctrine with the red devil that he says exists. So the elect is waking up, and they are questioning his words as well in the spirit. So the elect is questioning his motives and his words, his smooth words in the spirit. So the other nations are questioning his carnal words in society or in the flesh. So reading on, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law. And that word upbraided, it means to find fault, to chastise somebody for their faults, to find fault, right? And objected to our infamy, the transgressing of our education. That word infamy, it goes to being well known for bad quality. You can't trust somebody. It's kind of like let's say you go to a manufacturer for a particular item. It could be a car, refrigerator, or whatever, and they are known for having bad build quality, right? So ultimately, you can't trust that person, So Esau is well known for his his bad quality in words. He would say one thing, but then he would do something totally different. So I would read that again. That is in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. Right? So he's trying to overthrow the righteous person here. And he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided, he's finding fault. He upbraided us with our offending of the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressing of education. So is lies, He is known for having bad quality, right? And because of this, he is going to come down with that great wrath. And when he comes down with that great wrath, a lot of Israelites, 2/3 Jake, and a lot of the other nations, they would be taken. But the elite of Esau, Edom, and the other nations, right, they would sort of applaud and benefit from him coming down with great wrath. So to finish it off, I'll visit the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? So this is his curtain call right here. So when he is eaten, the elite of Esau, Edom, and the other nations will be applauding his performance, going back all the way to his verbal performance, that smoothness of his words like butter in the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21, right? And being offended by the righteous for pretty much scolding him for his for his back and forth, for being fork-tongued, for lying, and then coming down with that great wrath, that final performance of coming down with that great wrath. So I'll read it again in Job 20 and verse 33. This is his final curtain call, right? We said the definition of it, was the appearance of one or more performers on stage after a performance to acknowledge the audience applause. So when he is about to fill his belly, and while he is eating, he would be getting applause from the elite of the other nations for his performance, right? But the Most High is going to cast his fury upon him. So all this running around, running circles around the other nations, he would not be able to do those things anymore. Actually, it's waning right now. You know what I'm saying? Last scripture I want to share is in the book of Romans. because these are all script. All right. So in the book of Romans, the 15th chapter and the 4th verse, it says, "For whatever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope." So this act, or this play, this movie that is going on right now, we have these scriptures, for patience and comfort, that we would have hope. So when we see these things, we're gonna really play, so to speak, and know how it's gonna end, and it's gonna end with Esau being destroyed, right? So whatever it is you're seeing now, the famine of the word, the implementation of different mandates, a lot of things being forced, famine of food, whatever it is you're seeing, be patient and let these scriptures comfort you, and may you have hope in the words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So this is another encouraging video to the hopeful elect, that when you come upon it, that you will find comfort in his words, and not fret and not worry with the downfall of the society. This is your brother Iba Yamian, here to share another lesson. I give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders and brothers on down at the great millstone where I learned this truth from, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Iba Yamian. Have a blessed day. Shalom.